Hi, I'm Celeste and welcome to Find Your Purple. Today is day 34 of my 40 days of reflection. Now, I just loaded yesterday's. I taped it yesterday, but because of all the water and rain, my internet was down and I couldn't load it. So that one's just been loaded and I will be loading this one shortly. So I'll do a quick one. But one of the terms that kind of jumped out at me in my journey with the Bible is the term saints. And when I first came across it, both in the Bible, but as well as in sermons and in listening to some of the old school preachers' sermons, it kind of threw me when they referred to me as a saint. But in the Bible, you see that Paul refers to believers as saints. I grew up in an environment where the saints were a select few that were basically, I can't remember the term for sanctified, but there's a process they had to go through, and it took many years, and there had to be documented miracles and a whole process to get to the point where they could get sainthood. And we had holy cards when I was small. They were kind of like baseball cards, and it would have a picture of the saint or a drawing of them or something, and then their time, birth and death, and sometimes how they died and what they're known for. And I remember we used to trade them, and I used to have it in my missal, my church missal. But so that was a very, very select group of people. But as I've gone into this journey, I'm seeing more miracles happen. I'm hearing about more of them. I've seen a person's leg grow, and that was only 2 feet from me, so there's nothing that could be made up. And I knew the person whose leg it was. So, that was a huge healing for me. Now, that wouldn't be qualified as a miracle because it was a healing. A miracle would be more, they didn't have eyeballs and now they have eyeballs, more of a creative miracle. Now, I've not seen that happen, but I've heard it happen. And I've heard people raised from the dead. I went to a class in Dallas, Curry Blake, who was, I guess he has taken on John G. Lake's teachings, and he raised his daughter from death, and she had fallen out, I think, a third-story window. But he, in no way, in shape or form do I think he made that up. And I've listened to so many others, and I've listened to people that have gone off to Mexico that came back as missionaries that talked about what they experienced, both in the way of miracles and healings, and also of casting out demons. All these things that I really didn't believe in, the spiritual realm. So saints now, basically, I believe the term is any believer is a saint. And I also believe that the spiritual gifts are alive and well and growing. And I'm wanting to be a part of that growth. And so I'm doing a lot of studying and praying. But I don't believe I don't side on the group that is on the cessationalism, thinking that it ceased when the disciples ceased. There's too much proof out there. There's too much documentation out there that it is real. And so, anyway, I just thought I would toss it out that I'm a saint. And if you're a believer, so are you. So that's it for today. As always, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until next time, bye-bye.